Welcome to Optimum Forex Trading. Robina from Zim's online trading journal. I trade ICT concepts, the free mentorship that is, focusing mainly on fair value gaps and still trying to learn or streamline order blocks. I trade within the London morning session and my main pair is cable, which is a Great British Pound USD. If you want to learn to trade the way that I trade, then you head on over to the Inner Circle Traders YouTube channel, where he teaches algorithmic price action trading for free. He doesn't show off how much money he has, but he teaches you how to trade, what to look for, where to look for it, and how to form your strategies for entries and how to safeguard your equity and put in stop losses. If you want to learn to trade, I think this is the best place to learn the fundamentals of trading. Okay, for my disclaimer, please view every single thing you see here as entertainment and not any form of trading, investment, or financial advice. I also want you to know that I will never, ever, ever DM you. And if you are approached by somebody using my information, please run away as fast as you can because they're trying to scam you. I do not run a Telegram channel. I do not run a WhatsApp channel. I don't have time for it because I trade part-time. If I then decide in the future to start such communities, I will let you know and I will put the links on this channel. So anything that I offer will be linked to this YouTube channel. So just click on the link and then you can get in touch with me. You can even use my email address to get in touch with me if you need any advice concerning anything. But trust me, I will never come to you. You are, however, welcome to come to me. Alrighty, if you find any value in my trading journey, I ask that you subscribe and that you also hit the like button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and watch me trade. So let's jump straight into today's video. If you watched my trade yesterday, or rather if you watched my analysis yesterday, because I didn't place this trade, I just put in my measuring tool to see if price was willing to come back up here or if it was going to continue down. And I had mentioned that if it would have come up, I would have lost $50, but if it was to go down, I would have made a little bit of money. So unfortunately, because I work in an office environment and I have clients who I need to attend to, I had a client who came in before I could decide on whether I should place my limit order or I shouldn't. So I decided against placing any limit orders. For starters, because I had somebody waiting for me outside, I'd asked them to wait outside until I finished recording. That's one point. And then the second point was this level here was not anywhere within the higher time frame PDRAs. So I was a bit weary as to whether price was willing to go up to this inversion fair value gap first or to come and reprice this CB that had formed on the Tuesday leg first, or it was going to continue lower. I wasn't certain and I decided, no, let me just sit on the sidelines and allow this one to go and wait for price to come to the zones that had been marked earlier. And as you can see, price did eventually trade lower. So had I taken this trade, I would be in profit. And that's it really. I didn't, so it doesn't really matter. So let's remove our tool. It's not relevant anymore. And then let's remove this. I will leave, let's remove that as well. And let's remove these areas that we had notarized yesterday. Actually, let me leave the open prices here and then let me bring them down to today's open price. So we go to Asia Open, which is at 5 p.m. okay, which is right there. Actually, I forgot to tell you what day it is, didn't I? Okay, so today is Thursday, 26 October 2023, just before 9 a.m. in Zim where I am, and it's just before 3 a.m. in New York. I use New York time frame because I trade ICT concepts. Okay, now continuation. This is a 5 a.m. candle, so that's Asia open price being 1.21116 is up there. So 1.21116. So we go and we adjust it here, 115 to the nearest round figure. And then let's bring New York open price down from yesterday as well. New York open is at 12 midnight, which is this candle here. And the open price for that is 1.20806. 1.20805, again to the nearest round figure. Okay, so if you've been following me or following my journey, you know that recommendation is we sell above open price and buy below open price. So just looking at this price action right now, Asia opened here, price didn't come above it. New York opened there, price didn't come above it. So we should be looking to buy instead of selling. So because of that, if say this price was within the daily BC, this range here, we would probably be looking for the formation of a BC and then we ride price up. So because we are within the H1 BC, let's go across so I can show it to you. I marked it before as an area to watch here because price seems to have been using this area as support for a very long time, starting from the previous week before last, and last week it didn't trade below it, and then this week it has decided to go lower. So what could potentially happen is price will come back up to use this H1 BC as an inversion fair value gap. So it could potentially come up to consequent encroachment, which is where the text is, that's the midpoint. Consequent encroachment of this BC maybe come up there and then continue lower. So because we are not trading off a higher time frame BC, it then means today's trading is off limits for me. Even if it was to form a BC here within the morning session, which is my session, my London kill zone, I would not trust that BC because draw and on liquidity is still bearish. So I'm just saying this so that you understand that today I will not place a trade until the low of today is created, and the low of today will only be confirmed once I see a BC later on in the day, maybe around New York kill zone, London close, or the afternoon session. So tomorrow could then be a bullish day because the candle, which is this week's candle, will be moving towards close. So this would be the open, this would be the high. We now need the low and then the closing price. So do I trust that this time before my kill zone, because my kill zone is from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and the candle painting now is the 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. candle. We still need the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. We also still need London close, which is from 10 a.m. to afternoon. We still need those hours of candles painting. So can I trust that this candle forming or the next hour candle forming would be forming the low of the week so far? No, I can't trust that. I don't believe so, because I think we are still drawing towards this daily BC that's here. Because if we go down again, can you see this candle here, Wednesday 4 October, did just come and tap into the BC and then it made its way up. So I think price would be trying to reach for the sell stops that are below this sell side, because we have traded below sell side here, below sell side here, below sell side. We've also gone below the BC, so we could be heading for sell side here. So I will wait today. I will not be trading. So quickly, that we are still here, let me just go to MT5. Okay, MT5. Right, here we are with this account that we are still holding on. So we are just over $400 now. We need about an extra $100. If price continues going lower, we should have reached target. At the moment, it is possibly coming up to reprice this continuation order block. As you can see, it has used this area, this price point. Can you see it? Let me zoom in a bit more. It has used this price point as a resistance so far, so it's resisting off that. So this candle painting could come up even as far up as the body of this continuation order block and continue lower, or it can come up to consequent encroachment of this BC. So I'm going to wait. As soon as I get to target, I will come and I'll show you. Unfortunately, the Bible college next to my office has started their lessons. So today they are using instruments to do a bit of singing. So I am aware that my microphone might record some background noise. So I'm going to have to wait for a bit, and I'll come back as soon as I can to continue with this video. As for now, let me just pause and then I will be back a bit later. Alrighty, thank you so much. Okay, the singing seems to have died down for a bit. I think they are preaching now, so I thought maybe let me just steal about 5 minutes or so. Alright, so this candle, the 3 to 4 a.m. candle, looks like it is reaching for this order block and could possibly be coming for the consequent encroachment, or it could be rejecting lower as we speak. So I know you'll probably be wondering why I'm choosing not to trade today. Let's assume that this candle painting now, the 3 to 4 a.m. candle, will close with a rejection lower, and maybe the 4 to 5 candle will then create a CB, like what happened here. Let's just make that assumption, okay, humor me. Right. And then why am I deciding not to trade? Simply because I don't know how low it's going to go. All right. So remember, for my second account, I need about $250 for me to reach target. So let's assume that this price, today's price, is coming for these sell stops here. I'll put in my measuring tool and show you how low this is. Let's assume I'm waiting for price to show its hand, and I come in, and let's assume that the CB is created somewhere here after break of structure, right? We're just assuming. And this is my measuring tool. This is the point that price could possibly be drawing to during the morning session. It's not deep enough to give me a 1 to 2.5. Okay, it can still go lower, because can you see the consequent encroachment of the daily BC is right here. So it can possibly trade even lower to come to reprice it completely. It could, right? But because I do not know, right, I will not risk going lower because I'm not certain how deep it's going to go. It might come up to here and then continue up to come and reprice something else. It could have created another, say, this price leg. Actually, let me go up to the daily real quick so that I can show you what I'm referring to. Okay, let's just put that into perspective, and then let's remove my drawing. So can you see here, we have created a CB so far on the daily. So it could come for the sell stops here first, during the morning session, then start making its way up to come and reprice this CB and then make its way down. So because I am close to sell side, I'm not sure how deep it's going to come towards sell side before it gives me my $250. This is the reason why I'm choosing to wait for the retracement. I hope you understand now. That's why I'm waiting for the pullback. I am now looking for a BC instead of a CB. But I am still not going to be trading later than my kill zone. So even if the BC was to come and occur, let's assume during the afternoon session, if I would trade on Friday, I would probably consider that BC and then ride it up. But because I don't trade Mondays and Fridays, I would have to wait for price action for next week, Tuesday. We are being hypothetical here because the candles are painting, so I am not certain. And then another thing I wanted to show you whilst we are here. Here we are. This is the current trade that I am in. As you can see, so far I am 89% to target, and I've taken 4 trades, and this is how my journey has been. I stopped adding entries here, and this here is the equity. This is when market was going up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's where we are now. We just need to get to target, then we are good to go on this account. So I'm okay being patient. I'm okay waiting for it to come and do what it needs to do, come up as far up as it wants to go, and hope that it will eventually reach for the sell stops that are resting below sell side. My network is a bit slow today, so I'm really sorry about that, but here we are. These sell stops that are here, so I'm hoping that today, at least this morning, it will eventually get there. So, and I also hope that you understand why I'm choosing not to trade and wait. It's because I don't know how deep it's going to be bearish today, since today is Thursday and it could possibly be creating the low of the day. You'll be surprised. It could be this one. That could be today's low. I don't know. And price is now going up to create its close. I don't know. But I just hope that it's not the low yet and that the low will be formed later on in the day. Okay, so the other account, I will come back next week. If since I'm not getting an entry today, I'll come back on Tuesday, and then hoping that by Tuesday the current account that's trading will have eventually got to target. So that's it for now. I'll come in a bit later to show you where we are in price and if anything has changed. Alrighty, great. I'll see you in a bit. Just after 12 in the afternoon here, and just after 6 a.m. in New York, and as you can see, price hasn't moved much. It looks like it's just consolidating between this continuation order block up and down. It hasn't come up to consequent encroachment yet. I'm not sure if it's willing to do that or even to come up to reprice this CB. I'm not sure, but all I can see is it is bouncing up and down like in a consolidative phase. And for those that do scalping, that trade off the lower time frames, and if you don't really know what you're doing, a lot of money could have been lost here. I remember when I started learning to trade, I used to trade off the 1 minute. Let me show you what it would look like, just for curiosity's sake. Where is my order block? Okay, so right, this would be New York open, and this then would be the order block that I highlighted of the 1 hour, which is there. Can you see what price is doing? New York open, look at this. If you were trading off the 1 minute and scalping, it would have been a very, very difficult trade. Look at that. Yeah, so it's not really showing where it wants to go, though we do have a very large CB here that was created at 21 past 4 in the morning, which is just outside of our kill zone, but it could have been used as a possible entry, and market right now could be trading lower because it hasn't taken this buy side. It has traded lower, created another CB within this price leg at what time is this? 5:43 a.m. and it looks like it's respecting that, so it could be on its way down. However, we also have a BC here, so we could still be in a consolidation market, coming down, going up, coming down, going up. So if you're scalping and you're trading off the lower time frames, it's very important for you to know the levels that you're trading off, because this big green rectangle here is that 1 hour BC. It's trading within that and hasn't shown a clear indication as to where it wants to go. So that's fine. Let's just jump back up to the 1 hour where we trade off. I wanted you just to see how it could be looking like off the 1 minute. And those who scalp would have got in, got out. If you know what you're doing, if you don't, you would have been burnt quite badly. So if this was me looking for entry, as you can see, we would have considered this for a drive lower. And if we had used that level, even this level, the consequent encroachment, if it was the consequent encroachment, we wouldn't have been tagged in. We would still be waiting. But if we had used this continuation order block, I'm sure would have been tagged in and would probably be in drawdown still, because it's within this angle. It's within this price leg. Sorry, let's put that to 20 pips. Can you see? If we had used the open price of the continuation order block here, just move this out of the way so you see where I'm talking about, right there. If we had used the open price, we would have been tagged in where 3 to 4 a.m. candle would have done its job, would still be in the market, would be slightly in profit, but price would still be bouncing up and down, so we would be waiting. So I'll remove this because we are not trading today. Like I said, if it's going lower, I'm not sure how low it will go. And if it wants to continue up, it would have had to create a BC of the higher time frame. Okay, so I will be back again a little bit later. This is where we are in price. Let's just have a feel for it. Leave that where it can be nice and clear for you so you can see the price leg like that. Okay, draw on liquidity is the BC here. Hopefully it will continue lower. We wait and see. All right, back in a jiffy. Oh, what a day to be trading, isn't it? It's just after 2 p.m. in Zim where I am, and just after 8 a.m. in New York, and you can see price is still consolidating. It really hasn't moved much, so we wait and we see. I will be back again a little bit later. Alrighty. Okay, it is 3 p.m. where I am in Zim, and this is the 8 to 9 candle that's just come from painting. It's quite an interesting candle, isn't it? I think there must be some news announcement that has occurred that has maybe pushed price up quite a bit. And if you look, remember what I said in the morning, that we buy below open and we sell above open. It looks like price has come up to Asia open price and to be above New York open price as well. It has obviously traded past our BC, and it could be drawing to this CB here that's above the open price. I hadn't seen this earlier. This is the H1 CB. It could be coming up here in order to go down. But if I notice that price is deciding to maybe come up towards yesterday's high, to come up above this swing high that was created yesterday, I will maybe consider coming to the market tomorrow to collapse my trade when it maybe comes to reprice this BC, if it is to leave this as a BC because it could possibly mean that this would be the low of the week so far and price is making its way up. Again, meaning that it has chosen not to come to the daily BC as of this week, and it might do that at a later time. So again, I'll just sit and wait and watch price until I'm about to go home. Then maybe I'll just upload the video. Let's see how price paints going forward. It's quite interesting, isn't it? If you observe, if what I'm saying is right, if you just observe, price has to come, if it's bearish, price has to come up above open price. If it's bullish, price has to trade below open price to go up. Bearish, above open price to come down. So this candle painting might be coming maybe just to reprice part of this BC and make its way up, or it would come and now continue the bearish leg. So I'll leave it, and the levels that I'm interested in watching are these ones. If price decides it wants to come up above here and leave a BC, I'll collapse, or I'll put in my TP at the BC, and then I'll leave the trade. We are now on $360 plus. So it's back and forth really, as you can see. We are still not at target, but we wait and we allow Mr. Market to do what Mr. Market wants to do. Alrighty, I will be back again in a few minutes. See you then. Okay, it is almost home time again, just before 4:30 in Zim and just before 10:30 New York. I'll have to close the video now. It would be interesting to see how price is going to end. As you can see, this candle here did come up to reprice this CB, and this CB is above Asia open price, is also above New York open price, almost like yesterday. If you remember, it came back up to reprice this CB here, which also painted above New York. This is the 5 a.m. so price did go above Asia, and then New York, where are we? New York, it traded just slightly above it, not completely, and then it tanked. So today's price action, again, if we go by Asia, it started lower, then New York came a bit lower, and I had mentioned that we sell above open price and we buy below open price. So if this candle currently painting is now drawing towards the BC below, then it had to come back up above open price so that we can sell down. And what's resting above open price is this CB, and price has come up to reprice the CB only slightly. Yesterday, if you recall, in yesterday's video, I had highlighted this BC, saying it would probably act as an inversion fair value gap, and also this CB, that price might come up to reprice the CB, then make its way down. But yesterday it didn't, and it looks like so far today it probably has. I'm not sure how this candle is going to paint or close, because we still have this BC that was formed here. So it could be coming to reprice the BC, then make its way up, or it could now be making its way down. Unfortunately, because I have to leave, I won't be in front of my charts. So I think what I'm going to do is bring my stop loss down, to move it down to just above Wednesday high, just in case price then does decide to come up to reprice this buy side, or it does want to come up to this buy side, or since it's still using this H1 BC, it's still struggling to trade and close below the BC to come to this sell side within my time frame anyways, because remember, we've still got quite a few hours for price to keep on painting. But if I just maybe try to squeeze it like this so you can see what I'm referring to, right? You see price is still struggling to continue lower, because I thought maybe it would come and then use this as an inversion fair value gap and then make its way down. But it did come down, but it still hasn't come to take sell side. and then it went to reprice, and it's probably going to be coming down. But because I'm not sure, it could be using this as a catalyst to go back up and maybe change of trend direction. It's only because of my uncertainty that I'm moving my stop loss a bit lower. I think I wouldn't mind if price was to come and stop me out here. Maybe it will leave me with about $100 and something as profit. At least I won't be in drawdown. So just to safeguard my equity in case a price is willing to come back up, since I don't trade Fridays and I don't trade Mondays, I'm not sure. Price can still come up to reprice this area or reprice the daily CB that was created during yesterday's price action. And I think maybe it's important that I highlight the daily one as well, because can you see the gap right there? Okay, and this is the daily, so it could be used as a draw to come and reprice the inefficiency. So you see, this is the daily, that's from yesterday. So maybe I can remove this hourly and we use this level instead. This is yesterday's let me just make sure this is yesterday's CB. So price could be coming up to reprice yesterday's CB and make its way down. This is why I think I am happy having my stop loss just above it. Okay, there we are. So I think I'm happy with my stop loss where it is. So let's just adjust the price in MT5 then. We are at 1.21818. We will move it to 220, nearest round figure. Okay, where am I? Right there. Let's take a look. Put our stop loss there and then modify it. So it has brought the stop loss down a little bit further. At least I won't be in drawdown again. It's not an open position, and I can maybe try to refocus next week, or if I need to come and make further adjustments tomorrow, I will probably consider doing that, and I'll record and show you what I have decided to do. All right, so I think that's it for this week, guys. I'll be back on Saturday with my market review for next week. That's if price is still so I just want to put yesterday's date here, which was 25 October. Okay, so that's it. Right, I will either see you on Saturday or I will see you tomorrow, whichever comes first. Great, bye. If you found any value in what I have spoken about, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I am grateful, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.